Hello, and welcome to today's update. We're the 19th of October, and I'm going to be talking about not managing your time, but your energy, because a couple of things have happened over the last couple of months and also shifted the last week, and I've felt an inner shift. And so there's always a want to have more time, right? But if you look at everybody around the world, we all have 24 hours in a day. Some people sleep more than other, and some people are able to accomplish more than others within days, um, and still sleep 8 hours a day, a night. So what happened was I consciously chose last week to kindly tell somebody I wasn't interested in meeting up with them anymore. It didn't feel right internally that this was the dynamics between the relationship shifted from the time that I met that person. It was actually in a short period of time. So I met the person in late June. So everything in we're October. So everything happened quite fast in a way. And at the beginning, it felt right to have that person in my life and very aligned. And then as things change, as behaviors shift and change, it didn't feel right anymore. I started feeling different, and also their behavior shifted. And why I say energy, so I've added my days got busier, so my week got busier. But I felt overwhelmed because it wasn't the outside. I wasn't seeing that person very often at all, but I was thinking about the whole situation on a daily basis. And that was taking a lot of my brain time and also my energy. Because when you think about something, about a project, about a person, about a situation, anything, it uses your time and your energy. Unless you're numbing yourself and completely avoiding that situation, then that's another story. And I've been so much tuning into my body and really paying attention to what feels right as well. That has been, I mean, it was since last February, I really took that journey to really slow down and pay attention to how I feel inside, how the different situations, different people make me feel, whether I feel energized around somebody after spending time with an activity or somebody. And I'm aware of it way faster now. I allowed myself, I think was it a good, I don't know, 6 days. Sorry, not 3 days to really like sleep on it. I was already feeling a little bit off, but it's like before I make a confirmed decision, because I like to not give a yes or a no until I know clearly what I'm going to do. And something else that came to mind for this, put a pin on it. If it was next Tuesday, I'll explain that in a bit. But yes, I like to allow myself some proper sort of thinking time. I process things by sleeping on it. That's also how I function. So I know how I function. And yeah, so I allowed myself to process it, to really let it sink in and tune into how I felt. And then it didn't feel right. And so I let that person know that, yeah, it didn't feel right at this moment for me to spend time with them. And that was it. Really, that was it. And yes, that is what I said on the message, by the way. FYI, I don't know if you've ever been on the receiving end of being ghosted. It sucks. Truly sucks. I have been times, and by super close friends who I was meeting up with on a weekly basis, and then from one day to another, they just don't reply to any messages and ghost you. It sucks. I do not like it to be done to me, and I haven't done it to others. Yeah, not completely, maybe. Being truthful with myself. Actually, there's one person. That's another thing. But yeah, I'm just with texting and everything. It's whole like this virtual online world working things. This is me being honest, by the way. Oh, also side note. This is along with the Rising Tide podcast, me showing up and sharing parts of my journey super vulnerably. So these YouTube lives are going to be different from the Rising Tide. This is my day-to-day happening. So I'm still in it. I don't have any hindsight, or just very little hindsight, like a week. And I'm sharing my journey along the way because I am sharing with the people who are in my life around me, because it's helped me and I have big aha moments. On the Rising Tide podcast, the content is bigger learnings, right? So it's really with hindsight, bigger learnings, life lessons, and it's shared differently. And it's still me showing up, 100% me, being completely honest with myself. So, like I just did, where I'm just like going back, wait, is it 100% true? No, actually, I did this one person. Yeah. So I'm honest, and I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect, never aim to be perfect. I did used to aim to be perfect. There's a podcast episode on recovering perfectionist. If you're interested to listening to that, it's on the Rising Tide podcast with Tara Barot, available on all your podcasting platforms that you like to listen to. But yeah, I don't aim to be perfect. I aim to show up in messy actions. So yes, and I'm moving forward, because I have noticed that it's who I am, first of all, right? I'm human. I make mistakes. I go along the way, and it's me showing up as me. I don't aim to sugarcoat any of my lives happening. Um, there's a lot more that I'm going to be sharing that have happened over the last 3.5 years. Um, Big things, at least. Yes, big things. I say that because when I share it with people, they look at me and they go, "Holy crap, how did you do it?" Like, wow. And I tend to dismiss it because I'm like, I just keep going. And yeah, I still kind of do that. So yes, big things. I'm rambling. Hey, it's me. But yeah, so I'm showing up vulnerably, authentic, sharing what's going on in my mind, the truth, the voices that, whether you're not good enough or you should be doing this, or I'll be sharing that more of that, although they're very more kind. And yes, this is what it is. So thank you for sticking around for my babbling and explaining what this is all about. Now, back to managing your energy and not your time. So yes, I told that person up front that I wasn't interested in meeting up with them anymore because it didn't feel right for me. Uh, and I had my body felt tired. Um, I had spots coming up all over my face. Still have a couple, but I had a lot more coming up all over my face. Like when I feel an imbalance or like stress coming up, it actually shows with the body. So I can feel I'm said very in tune with the body. And so yeah, so I had like spots coming out. They cleared out for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but they were for about a month, like coming up as much as I had this situation in my head, and it was really, really bugging me. Like that situation was I tried different things, tested different things, and it wasn't working. Um, and when I let go, no, it's scary. So first of all, I have this fear of being left alone. This comes from childhood, from when I was a little baby. And it was ingrained in my nervous system. And I didn't realize how much I was tied to that until about a month ago from a different reason. And it was affecting how I behaved. So, for example, if I felt like I would lose somebody or somebody was about to just ignore me, I would like overact, overdo, try to overplease to make sure that person wouldn't leave me on my own. Whether it's friends or no, partners is different, but friends. Um, Actually, no, I did do that with a couple of men. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that was my original thing. And so with this happening, I chose to leave. So I chose to be alone, which, oh my gosh, my nervous system was like, what are you doing? Like it was, right? But it's like owning the situation, owning the fears. Like I was afraid of being let go. I embraced that sensation of feeling being left alone. And I allowed myself to take a step in the direction of me choosing to step into my power and to let go of a relationship. Now, when I mean a relationship, I don't mean a romantic relationship. I just mean like a relationship, a connection with somebody, a friend. Um, and I felt a release. I felt more spacious internally. I felt ease. I felt freedom from this. I felt more spacious internally. I felt ease. I felt freedom from the sensations that I was feeling before. All that by consciously choosing. And it was scary and it felt off. Like, yeah. Um, it felt off, but it felt right. Like the nervous system was like, what are you doing? Danger, danger, because it's not used to it. But the gut and the heart knew that was the right thing to do. And one of the things that happened was, so I still see that person as being a beautiful person. Um, and I accept them as they are. I don't appreciate the way that they've behaved. It's not a bad behavior, but it's a behavior that I don't appreciate. I'm making it very clear. Oops, sorry about that. Difference. Um, so I accept them as they are. And I also choose not to allow that behavior to be in my life, which is also a reason why I said that I don't feel aligned to have them in my life anymore. So I can accept someone wholly as they are and not wanting to change them, but choose not to have them around. And I've made this choice actually quite a few times. And the first time I made that choice and the big choice, it was leaving my ex after an 11-year relationship where we were at two different places. I wanted a different type of relationship than what we had. And I chose to accept him as he was. He didn't want change. The only reason he thought about changing was to please me. And I told him that I didn't want him to change for me because he was going to be miserable. I was going to feel that and feel crap. And I didn't want that to do that. If somebody wants to change, they got to change for themselves. That's, yeah, if anything's going to change, actually. So if people tell me, like, I want to change for you, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. You do your own work, but we're not meant to be like side by side. It's fine. And I accept that situation, which, if you want to share more about that in a podcast, actually, with a relationship, it was very hard for people to comprehend. It's like, yeah, but how could you actually accept somebody exactly as they are, not wanting to change them, but choosing to let them go? It's like, well, if you truly love somebody, you want them as they are and you accept all of them as they are and you don't want to change them. But you can choose not to have them in your life, which is a hard decision to do. But coming back to that situation, actually, even in my relationship, um, my ex was perfect as he is for himself. He didn't need to change. We just weren't a fit anymore. And because I cared about him, I chose to let him go. And he is worth having somebody who loves him exactly how he is and is able to be in front of him and do that for him. And I was not that. No, this is a different. So with that person here, same. I accept that's the way that they behave. And I don't want to be interacted with that way. And so I choose to not have them in my life. It's interesting because as I'm saying this, I'm feeling very judged. And I'm aware that this is me judging myself because I fear that you watching will be judging myself, thinking that I am really harsh. There's a whole internal dialogue going internally there where it's just like, should I really be saying this on video live in front of people? Because not a lot of people say this out loud. I'll guarantee you this. But yes, that's where I'm standing. And what has happened over the last week, I have had incredible messages from people who want me in their lives. And these are peers from coaching, friends, and who reached out and have expressed how much I mean to them. And they show it in many different ways. But these are the kind of people that I want to keep in my life. These are the kind of people that I want to have around, and I share it back with them because, yeah, when somebody reaches out to you and tells you, I'm going to say one here, yeah, doing a little reflected on the last many, many months, knowing that I've met with many folks through the program, and it's felt a sense of hang on to this one with a smaller handful. You are one of these. Like, that is an incredible message. And if you're listening to this and you know who you are, thank you so much. And it is actually the same towards you. And I've had you on my mind for a conversation for another topic. And I do that with my friends, actually. I've had this thing where I'll send my friends just like, hey, thinking of you. You're incredible. So thankful to have you in my life. Lots of love, Tara. And that's it. I let it be. And I don't expect anything back. And I just send this out. And every now and then there'll be a little message back saying, hey, how you doing? You're an incredible human being. What's up? And it's that sent back and forth. And yes, that's a kind of like community and relationship that I am cultivating around my life because it feels incredible. Like humans supporting humans, fully supportive acceptance and conditional love. Yeah. And so allowing myself to manage my energy has allowed me to feel more spacious, have more freedom, more ease into my life, and also wanted me to create work. So, for example, I've been putting off recording videos because I hadn't felt the right energy to record. And now I'm like, okay, I want to do this, 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 and this, and this. And it's like it's bubbling up on its own. And here I am. So, you choose to prioritize time for things that you want to prioritize. Managing my energy allows me to feel a burst of energy and then act and show up for the things that I want to be showing up for. And this is sharing my journey with you, watching right here, right now, online. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is a test, and I'm going to be figuring out. Actually, this is like a test, an example, or something, whatever you want to call it. Just showing up online and sharing my journey. I wanted to do it on a more daily basis and on something more long term as well, because Instagram, the lifetime of like content, and YouTube's better. So here I am on YouTube, and yeah, that's an update. So if you're curious on the updates that are going on in my life, you can head to tarabarot.com and subscribe to my email list, TV Insiders, where I actually share more in depth and I share tips and then the new tools that I put out as well for my coaching clients that I'll share also on my newsletter so you get them first. And yeah, that's where I share a little bit more. So this is what's going to be happening. There's a shift in the tides, and it's rising, elevating all those who want to be elevated, who wants to, what's my dream? My dream is to first live a life where I feel aligned, fulfilled, energized, no hustle. I'm not saying that it's never going to be hard. It's going to be a hard moment, but I ain't going to go do all the time to make crap happen, because done that and I don't want to do that again. So hustle-free dream making action time. And yeah, doing that for my own life, and then working with my coaching clients and sharing and coaching them to do that for their own life. So big ass dreams, hustle-free life, making it all happen because it's doable. And man, when you feel an ease and a spaciousness inside of your life and you can show up on a day-to-day basis feeling alive, which is actually how I'm feeling right now, even though I haven't reached my goal yet, is incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. And a year ago, I could have never imagined that I would be here today. So, you want to come on the journey? Sign up to the TV Insiders and make sure you don't miss a beat. Till next time, thank you so much for watching till the end. If this has helped you, do share with people around you, even if it's like a link to the video or a little word with somebody else. It is so much appreciated. And, comment below as well, and I'll reply to you and we can chat. And as this is the beginning, I'm doing unscalable things to start with. So you might be surprised with what you get. You're gonna have to figure it out. All right, till next time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, incredible human being, and you are so worth being in this world. You are inspiring people around you today, right here, right now, even though you don't think you are. You are, I guarantee it. So keep showing up, keep shining as bright as you can, as bright as you are, and love you loads. All right, bye.